is Sarah, and I'm calling out for help. Not because I'm weak, but because I'm a mother, a fighter, and now, a woman being forced to relive the darkest pain of her life. 13 years ago, I fell in love with a man who made me feel seen. Mike was tall, dark-skinned, and beautiful. He was a model, not just by profession, but in charm, in physique, in how he made me feel like I finally mattered in this world. But when I told him I was pregnant, everything changed. He looked me in the eye and said, "Abort it." I said no. I told him, "Mike, I'm from a place where life is sacred. We don't throw away blood." He stood up, walked out, and never looked back. Changed his number. Relocated. Blocked me on everything. He knew I had no one. He knew I was an orphan, staying with my aunt. And still, he left. When my aunt found out, she screamed. Her husband called me a disgrace. They said I would corrupt their daughter and a bastard can't be raised under their roof. That night, I was thrown out like trash. No shoes. No bag. Just my swollen belly and tears. I wandered the streets that night, heartbroken, homeless, and pregnant. Then, an angel appeared. It was my late mother's friend. She saw me near a closed shop around 11 p.m. and said, "Sarah, what are you doing here this late?" I broke down in her arms. She took me in, fed me, clothed me, and loved me like the daughter she never had. She registered me for antenatal care. She was there when I screamed through contractions. She was there when I almost died delivering twins. She was there when one twin didn't make it, but one survived. A strong boy. My miracle. I named him Abraham, father of nations. Mike. He was gone. When my auntie mistakenly called him from the hospital for help, he said, "Don't ever call me again. I've moved on. I'm married now." That was the last we heard from him. Until now. 13 years later. Out of nowhere, he returned. Mike. Older. Broken. With a limp. He showed up at my doorstep. And said, "I want my son." I thought it was a joke. Until I got a court summons. He's suing me. To take Abraham away. Why now? Because life humbled him. Because he had an accident. Because he can't have children anymore. And suddenly, he wants the boy he abandoned. The boy who doesn't even know his name. I looked at him in court and said, "You buried him 13 years ago. You don't get to dig him up now that he's blooming." But Mike. He's not giving up. He has lawyers. He's telling the court I hid the child from him. He claims I'm unfit because I was once homeless. And now, I'm scared. Not of him, but of the system. The silence. The fact that a man can walk away from his responsibility and still come back to steal what he never built. So I'm calling out to the world, to mothers, to survivors. What would you do if the man who abandoned you during the darkest moment of your life returned to take your child, your only light, away? Would you fight? Would you run? Would you forgive? Or would you let the world hear your story and decide?